So I suck at putting, and I know this because I recently played in a tournament that was a one-man scramble with 8-inch cups, and I missed multiple 4 to 6 footers twice. And if that doesn't tell you that I suck at putting, I don't know what will. So I decided to take it into my own hands and buy 5 different putting trainers from Amazon under $50 to see if they can fix my putting and in turn fix yours. So let's see if they are worth the money or if they should have stayed in the Amazon cart. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna take a look at is the tried and true putting mirror. The good things about this thing is it's cheap, it's simple. These horizontal lines right here help you keep the ball right in the center of your club head. The perpendicular lines help you keep your face as square as possible at setup and has a little visual aid as you're doing your putting stroke. And the last thing is it has the mirror, and this mirror is supposed to help you get set up with the ball with the dominant eye right above the ball, and you can see that you're right where you need to be every single time. Now, that all sounds good, and like I said, almost everybody recommends a putting mirror to make your putting better, but out of all of the things that I bought, this is the one that I probably would say is overhyped. It is not fun to use, it's very mundane, and I didn't get super good feedback on my putting stroke or my face angle when I was hitting it. I know that I'm pulling the ball, but using this, I didn't really know if it was my face or my path using the putting mirror. Now, for setup, and I think it's a wonderful thing, and so if you're trying to practice your setup, that's awesome, but this is one of the ones that are like a one-trick pony. Maybe use right before you start practicing putting. But if you don't think you're going to use this, and I don't think I'm going to use this very often, I would just leave it in the Amazon cart. Putting mirror, I give it 2 out of 5 stars on whether or not you should buy it and whether it's helpful or not for your putting game. I think it is helpful. I just don't think I'm going to use it very often. So let's move on to the next thing I bought. The next thing I decided to buy was a putting stroke trainer, and I bought a fairly cheap one. I think it was like $20. Again, a link will be in the description, and it was a product from another YouTuber, a very popular YouTube team, Me and My Golf. And it's just their putting towel. I don't know if it's called a putting towel, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Maybe it's called a putting cloth. It came with this really nice tin carrying case, and luckily it's very easy for you to put it back in. But the really cool thing about this, and one of the reasons why I bought it, it's two-sided. One side is just a makeshift aiming tool. It has a fake cup with different areas where you can putt from. And the other side, the main reason I bought it, was this side right here. And this side is the like a putting arc with an aim line and different dots to help you do a fuller backswing or a shorter backswing or a longer follow through or a shorter follow through, depending on how far the putt is. So there's some cool little features to it. It is something that I'm like, could I have made this myself? Maybe not as durable, but I definitely could probably have made this out of a piece of paper. Not saying it's not a good quality product. It's definitely gonna do what you want it to do. My favorite part of practicing with this is without a ball. I really like how you can just practice your backswing and follow through with this just over and over to ingrain it without really worrying about what the ball is doing and how it's reacting to it, and just practicing that putting stroke. It also has those perpendicular lines on it to make sure that your face is square at setup. And so I really do like this. Would I buy it over the other products? Probably not, and the main reason why is because it's not like super fun, and also I don't get any instant feedback on whether or not I'm doing it correctly. Yes, I know that I am doing the stroke correctly, but I don't know if it's affecting my putting a lot. I would buy this if you are told that your putting stroke is off. That's when I would buy this, and just practice it without a ball constantly. If you want to get better at putting quickly, the next few items on our list will give you instant feedback on whether you're putting correctly or not. So let's look at the next item I decided to buy. So the next thing I decided to buy was this Pro Tour putting stroke trainer. I think this is the coolest, most simple thing to help you with your putting. What you do is you take little steel balls and you make gates at the end of it, and then you just try to putt straight. My issue right now is I pull almost everything, and this gives me instant feedback on whether or not I am still doing it. And it's like a millisecond after I actually hit the ball. It's very frustrating, but I felt like this right here gave me the quickest results out of all of the putting trainers. Now, am I doing everything right? I don't know, but what this does is it allows me to adjust to the feedback instantly. And the really cool thing is to fix it, I was trying everything. I was trying different grips. I was trying different putting strokes. I was trying to hold the face off. I was trying to close the face quicker sometimes. And this right here allowed me to know if it was working instantly. And I was getting it through this tiny little gate right here, this tiny little gate. More often, quicker. I would say I spent about 10 minutes with this, and I felt like my putting was getting better fairly quickly by using this. Now, it's not all good. There's like a little pin on the back, and I think that's for aiming and to get it stuck into the turf. So when you are at like a putting green, it won't move on you, but because of that, at home practice, it's a little bit cumbersome. It still works, and I still feel like it's a huge benefit. And if anything, I'll just cut this pin off if I don't want it. But this right here, out of all of them, I would choose this one if you're trying to buy one. Not saying the next two aren't good ones. It's just this one right here I saw the best results for. The other thing that I would say that I'm a little nervous about are the little steel ball bearings. The reason why I'm nervous about them is because I know that the person that I am, and the person that I am is going to lose these little steel balls. I'm glad they gave me 6 of them because I'm definitely going to lose them on the course, in my garage, in my house. And once they're lost, it kind of makes this useless. It did come with this little cheap carrying case. It really fits right nicely in your bag. And inside there is a little pocket for the steel balls. And so I think it's a really good package thing. The price is right here. Again, on Amazon. Go ahead and pick one of these out. But I wouldn't say this is a standalone product, and I would probably buy one of the next 2 items to go with this. And so stay tuned for that. Let's get on to our next item. So the next 2 items is a pretty popular brand. It is called the Putt Out. The first item that I'm going to show you is the Devil Ball. The Devil Ball is just like an irregular shaped golf ball that gives you instant feedback for when you hit it off the center or with a closed or open face and it just wobbles. It's an impossible hit. If you hit it perfectly, it will roll end over end just like a putt at the golf course like you want. I am indifferent about these, but the nice thing about these is that it does give you instant feedback. And you can kind of, and I say kind of with an asterisk here, and what I mean by kinda is I haven't figured out intuitively whether or not I am hitting the ball with an open or if I'm pushing the ball when it wobbles to the right, or when I have a closed face and I'm pulling the ball with my stroke when it wobbles to the left. I can tell that it's one of those, but I don't really know which one it is. The other thing that is kind of a bummer about these is it is extremely slow to set up. You have to kind of set them up in a specific way where this end right here is on the back. You have it lined up with your target, which they do give you something for that. I'll show you what that looks like. They do give you this like little chip to aim with, and so you can put the ball right behind it and aim with it, but it's still very cumbersome. It's not like a regular ball where you're just like pulling the ball, putting it where you want. Like on the Pro Tour trainer, all I have to do is pick up the ball, put it right where it needs to be, and I'm ready to hit another one. Half the time I don't even have to bend down to grab the ball. I just grab it with my club and put it right on, and I'm ready to hit my next shot. Well, this I have to set up perfectly every time. Like I said, it's just very time consuming. Is this a fun thing to do? Absolutely. I still am going to keep them. I'm gonna bring them out when I'm putting with friends and just have like challenges with them. But as a practice training aid, I don't think I'm going to practice it as much as the Pro Tour putting stroke trainer. It's a fun thing to bring out every once in a while, but I don't think I will be using it as much as I would want to better my putting game. But the next item I would totally get in conjunction with the other one, and it's another Putt Out product. Okay, so the last product is the Putt Out. It's kind of like those little putting greens that you can get, but you don't have the green portion of it. I really like this. This is, it gives you a goal, gives you an aiming, and it has an automatic ball return if you actually hit the cup, of course. So the good things about it is this is the size of a hole. So if you hit it into this portion, you probably have made the putt, but it's not the perfect putt. They actually have something called the perfect putt that I'm going to show you here in a second. The other cool thing is on the front of them, there's 3 different aim points. Now, I think this was a happy accident because I think it actually holds this in here, but they call it 3 different aim points: the center, or the right center, or the left center of the cup. Things that you're already aiming at. And you can also aim your ball, like the right hand of your ball, to this left hand side or whatever, and be more accurate with it. And the other thing that's really cool is they have something called the perfect putt. If I press this in just a little bit, it becomes a little bit indented, and you can hit a putt that will go in the hole and get stuck there. They call that a perfect putt because it was a perfect aim and perfect speed for that putt. I don't know how accurate it is, but it is super, super satisfying when you hit a perfect putt and it just sticks in there. And the last thing is it folds up super compact, super nicely, and it can be popped out of your bag and get ready to go almost instantly. It even has this little hole right here where you can put an alignment stick in to help you align it to the putt that you're trying to putt with. I would not buy this as a standalone product to better your game though, because it doesn't give you instant feedback. But what it does give you instant feedback for is that speed, and that speed is really cool. I'm definitely going to be taking this to the golf course, and right before my round, using this to dial in my speed for those 4 to 5 footers. And so this, plus the Pro Tour putting stroke trainer, I think is the best 2 things out of the 5 things that I bought. And I'm going to be practicing with them consistently this winter to better my putting. So when I get back to playing rounds that count for my handicap in the spring, that my putting is not the reason why I'm not scoring lower. If you think I missed a putting training aid, let me know. Again, I'm trying to find budget options. If you think I missed something that you like, that you want to try out, and you want me to try out first, let me know. I'm still looking for great options for it. And until next time, make golf your project. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I am the best putter in the world after a couple months.